The Aztecs were a powerful civilization that flourished in central Mexico from the 14th to the 16th century. They were known for their impressive architecture, advanced agricultural techniques, and their unique religious practices. In this segment, we will explore the rise of the Aztec Empire and how they became one of the most powerful civilizations in the world. The Aztecs were originally a small tribe that migrated to the Valley of Mexico in the 13th century. They settled on an island in the middle of a lake, which is now known as Mexico City. The Aztecs were not the only tribe in the area, and they had to fight for survival against other tribes. However, the Aztecs were able to establish themselves as a dominant force in the region by forming alliances with other tribes and by developing a strong military. They were known for their skilled warriors and their use of weapons such as the macuahuitl, a wooden sword with obsidian blades. In the early 15th century, the Aztecs elected a new leader, Itzcoatl, who would go on to expand the Aztec Empire. Itzcoatl formed alliances with other tribes and launched a series of military campaigns that allowed the Aztecs to conquer neighboring territories. Under the leadership of Itzcoatl and his successors, the Aztecs built a vast empire that spanned much of central Mexico. They established a complex system of government, with a ruler known as the Tlatonli at the top. The Aztecs also developed a sophisticated calendar system and a form of writing known as hieroglyphics. The Aztecs were also known for their religious practices, which included human sacrifice. They believed that sacrificing humans to their gods would ensure the continued prosperity of their empire. While this practice may seem barbaric to us today, it was an integral part of Aztec culture and religion. Despite their impressive achievements, the Aztecs were ultimately conquered by the Spanish in the 16th century. However, their legacy lives on today in the form of their impressive architecture, their advanced agricultural techniques, and their unique religious practices. In this segment, we will explore the society and culture of the Aztecs. The Aztecs had a complex social structure that was based on a hierarchy of classes. At the top of the social hierarchy were the nobles, who held important positions in government and the military. Below them were the commoners, who made up the majority of the population. The Aztecs had a strong emphasis on education, and children were required to attend school. Boys were taught practical skills such as farming and hunting, while girls were taught domestic skills such as weaving and cooking. The Aztecs also had a system of higher education for the nobles, which included the study of astronomy, mathematics, and religion. The Aztecs were known for their impressive architecture, which included large pyramids and temples. These structures were often decorated with intricate carvings and murals that depicted scenes from Aztec mythology. The Aztecs also had a sophisticated system of irrigation that allowed them to grow crops in the dry climate of central Mexico. Religion played a central role in Aztec culture, and the Aztecs worshipped a pantheon of gods and goddesses. They believed that their gods controlled the forces of nature and that sacrificing humans to them would ensure the continued prosperity of their empire. The Aztecs also had a complex system of rituals and ceremonies that were performed to honor their gods. The Aztecs were also known for their art, which included pottery, sculpture, and weaving. They used a variety of materials, including gold, silver, and precious stones to create intricate works of art. The Aztecs also had a unique form of writing known as hieroglyphics, which was used to record important events and religious ceremonies. Despite their impressive achievements, the Aztecs were ultimately conquered by the Spanish in the 16th century. However, their legacy lives on today in the form of their impressive architecture, their advanced agricultural techniques, and their unique religious practices. In this segment, we will explore the decline of the Aztec Empire and their lasting legacy. Despite their impressive achievements, the Aztecs were ultimately conquered by the Spanish in the 16th century. The Spanish arrived in Mexico in 1519 under the leadership of Cortes, and they quickly began to conquer the Aztec Empire. The Spanish were able to defeat the Aztecs due to a combination of factors, including their superior weapons and technology, their alliances with other tribes, and the diseases they brought with them. The Aztecs were devastated by diseases such as smallpox, which they had no immunity to. The fall of the Aztec Empire was a tragic event, and it marked the end of a powerful civilization. However, the legacy of the Aztecs lies on today in the form of their impressive architecture, their advanced agricultural techniques, and their unique religious practices. The Aztecs were known for their impressive architecture, which included large pyramids and temples. These structures were often decorated with intricate carvings and murals that depicted scenes from Aztec mythology. Many of these structures still stand today, and they are a testament to the skill and ingenuity of the Aztec people. The Aztecs were also known for their advanced agricultural techniques, which allowed them to grow crops in the dry climate of central Mexico. They developed a sophisticated system of irrigation that allowed them to irrigate their crops and prevent soil erosion. Many of these techniques are still used today in modern agriculture. Finally, the Aztecs were known for their unique religious practices, which included human sacrifice. While this practice may seem barbaric to us today, it was an integral part of Aztec culture and religion. The Aztecs believed that sacrificing humans to their gods would ensure the continued prosperity of their empire. In conclusion, the Aztecs were a powerful civilization that made significant contributions to the world. Despite their tragic end, their legacy lives on today in the form of their impressive architecture, their advanced agricultural techniques, and their unique religious practices.